Hi y'all, it's Poppy, and I thought an easier way to talk about our various different journals, mirror books, Book of Shadows, Book of Blessings, whatever you want to call it, would be to share some of mine with you. I have stacks over here, stacks over here. I'm going to share some of them with you. Of course, always ask questions, and I'm happy to tell you anything you want to know that I know. Um, these are all kind of personal to me. There's a couple of our Coven ones in here. If yours is different or the one you want to make is different, that's great. They are individual. They suit the owner. They are extensions of the owner. I often say they're like personal spiritual owner's manual. So how you work spiritually, they should fit that. So these are just ideas to give you ideas, but they are by no means telling you this is the right way, this is the way. So I'm going to show you a couple of my books today. The first one, love this, it's a little fabric cover journal, and oh, cute. This is my first Book of Shadows that I ever made. The date inside says 95. So I'd already been practicing for a while, but I hadn't made a book yet. And so this is my first book, and I love it. Sentimental, what can I say? My current book is actually this one. Just see what opens. There's the goddess page and some other things in there. And I'm not going to go into this one so much because I'm actually going to do a complete full video on this guy in a little bit to share with you. But this is my current art journal book that I am creating. Let's see. Another book that I have is, that's upside down, this one. And it is by Peter Popper Press. And this is my book of magic. It's got a couple little spells in there. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no alphabetical order. There's no categorizing. It is just as I write it down. As it gets in here, it gets in here. So, but I like it, and it's pretty. And I guess that's kind of something that's important too. If something appeals to your aesthetic side, it's nice as well, because this is an extension of you, and it should make you happy. And my other book that I'll talk about more later, like I said, this book, I don't think anybody else has a book like this. I know nobody else has a book like this. I mean, even in my own coven, we all have various different books. But this just makes me happy. The different pictures and phrases and words in there. So if it makes you happy, if it makes your soul sing, then that's the right book. All right. I do have another book. Sorry, I have stacks everywhere. Which is actually a binder, and this is where I put everything. You know, there's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of information online. There's a lot of information. There's some great blogs out there. In my town, we are blessed with 3, maybe 4 different pagan occult stores. And so there's a lot of information there. They have speakers, maybe you like things from books that you want to copy down. So everything can go in here until I know where I want to put it. If I want to put it in this one, or if I just want to leave it in here because I can categorize things in here and find them easier, like herbal recipes and that kind of thing. And before I go on, there is a lot of information out there on books. There's a lot of information online. A lot of it's good. Some of it's not at all. The right information is what works for you and speaks to you. You should never ever feel like you are less than somebody else because your information came from, say, a Scott Cunningham book. I actually personally think there should be a Cunningham tradition in the USA because so many people came to the craft through his books. And I think it's just as valid as some, 100-year-old tradition handed down. So don't, if you got something from a book or if you got something from online and you see the same stuff online over and over, for instance, let me explain that a little bit. Say you go to 3 different blogs, right? Or 4 or 5 or whatever. You go to a ton of different witchy pagan blogs. And 9 of them say one thing, and one other person says, oh, sure, hex people, it's cool. And you're going to have to figure out how you feel about that for you, and really take into consideration that if 9 people are saying one thing, and one person is saying something else, that should come into your equation of what you think is right. That's all I will say about that for the moment. My other binder is not really mine, it's my cousin's, and we just have it arranged by, oh hey, look, it opened, by holiday, and then Sabbats, then Esbats, and Dark Moon Ceremonies, Rites of Passage, and other miscellaneous information. The reason that we have a book a binder book as opposed to another book, which I'm going to show you in a minute, is because it's easier to read the typed word as opposed to the written word in Candlelight and Moonlight. So this is large font type in here. And both these binders were a gift. See, look, this is the full moon ceremony that didn't get put away yet. And it's falling out of the book. Both these binders were acquired through Zazzle.com. So if you are interested, and they're nice and thick and lovely, lots of room for adding things throughout the years. So if they appeal to you, that's where we got them. This is an art book. This is another Coven book. I'm not going to open it because it has names that are not mine in here. This is a really beautiful book that each time we get together as a coven, whoever is present, we state the date and the purpose. Was it Samhain? Was it a full moon? What were we doing? What magic did we do? What did we ask for? And it's really nice to be able to go back the next time we all get together for the next moon or whatever and say, hey, remember how last moon I asked for a new house? Well, yay, we finally found one after a year and a half. And 15 offers that we were outbid on 15 different houses, and we finally found one. And if you don't record what you asked for, you can't go back and say, hey, look, it worked. And the last book that I'm going to show you right now, it's very heavy. It looks full, but it's only about half full. This is my book of days, and I'm actually going to do an entire video on this. But it is arranged by, do I have all those tabs in there? It is arranged by month, among other things. So I love this book, and I'm going to do a whole video on it because I love it that much. So those are some of my books. Sorry about that. Kind of shook the table when I put it down. I'd love to see some of yours, or if you want to share. I know they're very personal and not everybody shares, and that's completely okay. But if you feel like sharing, please do. If you don't feel like sharing, that's okay. If you have questions, certainly I can answer however I think about it. But again, at the end of the day, this is your spiritual path. This is whatever works best for you. So I think that is it, and I will do videos on the art journal one and the book of days for you, more complete ones. All right, have a good day.